Hey guys, it's Tom Cherryholmes here with the FujiNet project, and I wanted to do a quick video showing the state of what we call high-speed in-device. That is, running the in-device at baud rates faster than 19,200 bits per second, such as approximately 125,000 BPS, or Pokey Divisor 0. And for the most part, TLDR, it works mostly. We still have some bugs to work out. It's not 100% stable, so I don't recommend anybody who has a FujiNet unit to actually take and crank all of this all the way up. But we start by essentially going into Ultimate 1MB, and I usually have my HSIO set to D1 to D4 to accelerate the disk drive units and pretty much leave everything else at the standard baud rate. But for this test, we'll actually take and turn this on to all, so that we literally speed everything up. And thankfully, because all of my SIO devices are being funneled through my FujiNet, and my FujiNet can talk high-speed protocol, it can pretty much speed all of them up. And I apologize for the video here. There seems to be a slight interference on my cable that cropped up literally minutes before I tried to record this video. And I am not able to effectively take and track it down. So please bear with me on this. Hopefully it will be fixed in the next one. We start just for our first test by loading up the Plato terminal here. Now this uses the end device directly. It automatically connects to Errata Online. You don't have to do any configuration. You just boot the Plato disk that's over on Atari Apps, Errata Online. Go into the comms folder and literally pick your tool. So you can see here that you already see some, it's just a little bit of UDP waiting here. So yeah, no problem. We go ahead, go to the comms folder, select Plato. Mount is read-only because we don't need to write to this thing. Get the option key to boot. And Plato term boots up, and it will automatically connect to Errata Online. You can see right here, there we go. Yeah, it looks like we definitely have some chroma interference that's popping up here that should not be popping up here. But like I said, I will try to take and debug this next video. We'll log in. Input still needs timing so that we're not sending single bytes down the SIO, so that we can take and not have to literally go into such a busy wait cycle doing the interrupts every single time we send a character. Working on that. But as we can see, looking through, and this is about as fast as Plato term can be on an Atari 8-bit, it's still pretty fast. Reading notes, everything looking good. We can go through, scroll the notes, read them just fine. Shift stop, hit data, we come back to the notes menu as fast as can be. In terms of game performance, all pretty good. Like for example, we could go to Avatar. Drag and draw's pretty fast. Character set loads really fast. And there we go. Now we're in Avatar. Bam. Looking pretty good there. Just hammering right along, man. Doing good. Oh, I just need to... Let me go upstairs. Put you up in the city and then we'll leave. There we go. Avatar runs pretty well. But I think the most astounding bit is actually Airfight. Airfight is actually quite playable. Flight stats, okay. Throw about 8,000 pounds of fuel in, leaving us room for 10, sorry. Yep. Leaving us room for 10 missiles. And there we go. Okay, turn off the additional radar display so we only have the stick to worry about. Set the flaps to 25 degrees, throw the throttle back and set the throttle to 9, and then we just start going. And you can see right here, just hammering right along. Level off there just a little bit. We don't go too crazy with our descent. And we can see 3,000 feet, 3,300, 3,500. And sure, why not? Let's turn on some afterburners and really get those numbers up. $7,000. Here we go. Turn off the afterburners for a moment, and let's actually take and pull the rudder back a little bit. I'm about to do a move that's probably really stupid in a real plane, but it will turn us around very quickly. So we can see our airstrip. I'm just going to literally flip right back around, see where we are on the map. Okay, so we're about halfway turned around here. And okay. Darn, we really need to get some more players in here. We can see our orientations quickly turning around. And if I actually flip a little more, right there. Whoop. Yeah, blackout, sorry. A little bit too quick. But you saw our strip literally turning around just before we absolutely blacked out. At 30 G's no less. Way to go, me. Okay. Exit out of that. Might as well. We're dead. And we'll do a quick round at racing. This is horse racing, drag racing, etc. So again, there we go. Bam. Horse is moving pretty fast there. So one player, and I'll pull my Tom player out. Should have, yes, I've got $270 right there in my pocket. Let's just go with fixed odds here on the regionals. Put the horses at the starting gate. Look at the tally board. And go ahead, and I feel frisky, I'll do $40. And for the sake of just being safe, I'll bet it on number 3. Here we go. And we're off. We're doing pretty good here. And Valiant's gonna win. Yay! And waha! Oh wow. Okay. Yep. Nicely done. 40. Lost. Nice 120. So I netted some nice cash there. Very nice. There we go. Horse racing is doing extremely well there. some of the other bits and pieces. I think we actually take and I think, yeah, the high speed's working extremely well here. Mostly because it's constantly polling for status, so any race conditions that might actually happen with regards to the input buffers and the updating of the status of those input buffers doesn't really exhibit itself here, but it will in other things. Oh, yeah, we pretty much went through everything here. I need to take and add some more. But anyway, I think we're good here. And quit. Off here. Control back to exit. We're now logged off. I will hit the reset button on here. We go back into config. Wondering where that interference is coming. Okay. Here we go. Open up. You'll notice that with the high speed turned on everywhere too, even the operations to device 70 become faster, noticeably faster. This is a DOS XL that has DOS XL sys in it, which lowers the memload quite considerably at the expense of a much longer boot time. There's FujiNet ready. Okay, there's our device driver. Go ahead and start by setting a prefix. We're going to see our first problem here. This is going to happen just fine. We set the network prefix just fine, but when we actually start to do the directory, this is where things are going to go horribly wrong. For some reason, we are trying to fetch much too quickly, and it's unable to know when to stop, and we just get stuck in a crash loop. The only thing I can do right there is to literally smack the reset on the FujiNet and to reload config. We'll try again, and this time we'll pick, we won't do a directory. We know directories aren't going to work, but we can load some things sometimes. Sometimes it's not 100% as you'll moment, but you will see a difference in the speed if you compare it. If you compare it to my other videos where the end device is running at 1925. So if I go ahead, we'll put it on a web server here. We shall right now you'll see that we have just tons and tons of errors here for whatever reason. And not working like it's supposed to. Start. Try again. What do I actually have over? Look at a window and see what I actually have over in this area. I'm doing this in a separate window here. Just to see my buried bucks and a hog. A couple binaries. Happens here. Try to load one of them. Again, now, Try buried bucks. You can see it's fetching that as quickly as you can. You can still notice a noticeable pause, but now if you look in my monitor here, it's saying that we've reached the end of the file, but it's not indicating that we've reached the end of the file on the Atari side. So the Atari is constantly trying to read, even though the status is still saying that there's still some residual bytes left, for whatever reason. So it's a race condition. Try again. This time I'll try something from BASIC. See? And we'll use the XIO form of the prefix command in order to set our prefix here automatically. Now, we're loading, and it looks like this loaded just fine. See, that came across pretty quickly. If I this one seems to have mostly loaded correctly, although we seem to have slight interesting, very interesting. It looks like a combination of missed status, possibly just slight race conditions of as supposed to. But like I said, there's still more work to be done. So yep, just pushing onward and upward. So until next time, guys, have fun.